My name's Daniel Mortlock, and I'm a lecturer in astrostatistics at Imperial College London. So what that means is that I take a statistical approach to problems in astronomy and astrophysics, a lot of data analysis, a lot of looking for rare objects, and that I also do research in statistics as well. And when I think about sort of coming to this position, which I think is a really exciting and interesting one, it seems like sort of quite a strange journey to get here. When I was a young child, I was very interested in astronomy. I remember even at kindergarten, I came across a book of the planets of the solar system, which I thought was fantastic, and in a kind of childlike way thought that Saturn was the coolest of the planets, which once got me into trouble when I visited a religious friend, and I hadn't heard of Satan and they hadn't heard of Saturn, so there was some confusion there when I said it was my favorite. And then things kind of drifted through school. I certainly did a lot of science and mathematics, but it wasn't at all clear to me that I was going to do astronomy, and certainly not statistics, which I don't think I'd even heard of. But then the first thing, I suppose, that happened to kind of take me down this path was that I came across Stephen Hawking's book, A Brief History of Time, which I thought was fantastically interesting. And unlike the cliche, I did read it, or I tried to. And I got some way along, and then I went to university and got further and finally realized that actually I was getting to the stage where I could start to think about doing research in this area. But I was torn because his book and the courses I'd done, there was some astronomy and there was some particle physics, and I wasn't sure which I wanted to do, but it turned out that the supervisors that I could have worked with, one was away and one was there. So that's where I started actually doing astronomy in anger, as it were. And I did a PhD there and then came to Cambridge in 1999, which is where I became involved in the Planck project for the first time, the CMB mission that launched a few years ago. And so that meant a very exciting time, that it wasn't anything to do with what I'd done on my PhD, and it was a case of learning new things, and now it's fantastic to see some of these things that I did then coming to fruition with the release of the Planck data.